I learned the word feminism when I was 9. Today, I am 10 years older, and I have waited equally that long to learn the word to tell my father that crying isn't the same thing as dying, and saying no to a death wish doesn't make him less of a man. It means he knows the thin line between living and surviving. You see, my father's first fall was in the field. His philosophy that a man is born to run kept him on his toes forever, until he paid less attention to the sand that bruises his feet, until that sand slumped him to the floor, until both he and his feet forgot what they were running for in the first place. The problem, they say, is that he keeps forgetting. He keeps forgetting that anything big enough to kill you is big enough to leave a scar that reminds you of how close you were to death. You see, scratch that. When does a man learn to hold on tightly to the part of him that feels? The same way water holds on tightly to the thing it drowns. When does a man still stop being a tight noose around his neck, choking and choking, until he becomes the only thing distant in his son's memory? When does a man get to replace his handshake with a middle finger to those who tell him that a man is only defined by how long he survives in places where death is inevitable? A man is only human after he drops dead from work, drops dead from war, drops dead from weight it is too much to bear. When does a man realize that it is only death that makes us care or pretend to care? You see, am I less a man because my feet cannot fit into the shoes of what society has bequeathed to me? Am I less a man because every single step I take takes me into being the poet rather than being the poem? They say the common ground between a man and a comma is that they are both pauses that never end the story. They say when a boy is old enough to carry his father's wounds and not frown, he becomes a man. You see, scratch that. Who wants to become a man when being a man is being 2 feet away from death?